What's up, Next Gen Steelers, and welcome to my channel where we talk all things football and all things Steelers. From a young fan, for young fans. The Steelers played an amazing game against the Dolphins on Monday night. Let's get into some of the biggest changes that they made to have such a good performance, and their next opponent, the Detroit Lions. The Steelers absolutely dominated on offense. They put up 336 yards of total offense. 224 of those were from Aaron Rodgers, and 135 of those were from the running backs. Jaylen Warren played really well for being sick, and Kenny Gainwell was just unbelievably explosive all game long. He also had a lot of nice catches in the flat that he took for first downs. He's pretty much our WR2 at this point. Rodgers was very efficient all day. He spread the ball around very nicely, and we finally threw to the middle of the field. DK Metcalf had a big 21-yard catch in the middle of the field. He also had a touchdown in the middle of the field. Pat Freiermuth caught a pass on a quick slant that he ended up taking for 22 yards. He had another pass on a seam route in the middle of the field. It was just really cool to see the Steelers finally attack that area, and I sure am hoping that that continues. It was also really cool to see the Steelers offense just outmuscle but also outsmart a very, very physical defense. Those hits on the running backs were so loud and so hard. I was shocked that neither running back got hurt. And they ended up really turning the tables in the second half. Gainwell had that 38-yard run. He ran for 77 yards and also caught for like 46. He also converted a 4th and 3 on a short pass from Aaron Rodgers, who is perfectly accurate all game long. The Steelers also finally got the ball to Marquez Valdes-Scantling, which I think is really cool because now other teams know that we will use him as a threat and they will cover him and maybe even double team him just because of his size and his speed. The Steelers defense did a great job stopping Devon Achane. When you look at his stats, 12 carries for 60 yards, 5-yard average, they are decent. But considering that he was getting over 100 rushing yards in almost every single game he was playing, the Steelers did a really good job. Also, Tua Tagovailoa's 22 for 28 for 253 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's kind of illusional because most of that came in garbage time. The Steelers did a great job keeping him off his game. They kept pressure on him all game long. They had 4 sacks, and they also picked him off. That was a really nice play by Asante Samuel. And one of the touchdowns that the Steelers allowed wasn't really anybody's fault because the tight end that Asante Samuel was covering was 8 inches taller than him, so there was really no way he was going to win that matchup. One reason the Steelers defense performed so well could be that the offense kept them off the field for 33 minutes of the game, which is pretty good considering that they have not been able to get any kind of time of possession going this year. And that's what Arthur Smith's offense really likes to do. Arthur Smith loves to run the ball and he likes to get first downs with quick slants, and that is what the Steelers did. And they really succeeded in hanging on to the ball. The only thing that I didn't really like was that Rodgers was sacked a few times, but that is going to happen to really any quarterback. The offensive line did improve quite a bit in its run blocking. They can still improve in pass protection, but they did do pretty good. The Steelers played a good 60 minutes of complimentary football, and they will need another 60 minutes of good football for their next opponent, the Detroit Lions. The Lions' defense has gotten banged up quite a bit, but their offense is still spectacular. Jared Goff is a very good and versatile quarterback. Amon-Ra St. Brown is almost always open, and he's got very reliable hands. Jameson Williams is really fast and is a really great deep threat. And Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery are a really amazing running back duo with skills that really, really complement each other. The Lions offense also just does a great job at mixing physicality and just out-muscling people with really cool trick plays and outsmarting defenses. Against the Lions, the Steelers corners are really just going to have to play their absolute best. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a great route runner, like I said. Jameson Williams, really fast. And Isaac TeSlaa is a 6'3", 214-pound receiver who can make plays. And he already has 4 touchdowns despite only catching like 10 passes. On offense, the Steelers can exploit some Lions' weak points. The Lions are giving up about 250 passing yards per game, so the Steelers can definitely exploit that. They are also allowing 106 rushing yards per game, which isn't awful, but that is definitely something that the Steelers can use, and they're going to have to stay committed to the running game. Also, they really have to continue attacking the middle of the field. This can't just be another one of those games where we see a ton of change the previous week and then everyone just goes back to what they were doing the next week. This is a really crucial game that could really show that the Steelers can win against really, really good teams. With this in mind, I am predicting a 28-24 win for the Steelers. Please leave your predictions in the comments below. I will not be recapping the Lions game because I'll be spending time with family and celebrating Christmas, but I will be back to recap the Browns game. So I will see you then. Here we go, Steelers, and I will see you after the Browns game.